welcome or welcome back to the channel. My name is Asia, and in today's video I'm going to show you around the garden just a little bit, not too much, only because I only have 2 updates. I have a lot of peppers that need to be picked, and I'm going to pickle them. Pickled peppers, but first picking peppers and then pickling them. That's the plan. That's number 1. And number 2, I want to show you around the hydroponics bar. That's what I'm calling it now. I'm coining it the hydroponics bar. And I'm just going to top them off, if you will, with lots of hydroponic nutrients and give them a little trim. We have a lot of suckers on these tomato plants, and we have a lot of leaves that need to go. So you'll see that, and again, you'll see me pick and pickle some peppers. All right, let's get into it. Alright, so I've grabbed everything for the pickle, and again, those are peppers, so lots of green peppers, onion, and string beans, along with the pickling mix, which is going to be vinegar, water, sugar, salt, and peppercorns. That's all. Alright, I started chopping up some of the vegetables, and first in will be the bell peppers. If you're wondering, I am not measuring anything. I am just including what I have available. I'm taking the seeds out of the peppers because I don't want seeds floating throughout the jar. Instead, I'll just put them to the side and maybe save them for future use. I am happy with everything so far. Now I get to create the pickling solution. Added red pepper flakes and peppercorns to the top, gave it a mix, put the top on, gave it a little shake, and now I'm putting it in the fridge to store for 2 days. Now I'm back outside, and I'm going to transfer a few of the hydroponic buckets over to the raised bed area. Moving them behind the raised beds provides more direct sunlight and access to pollinators.
A few weeks ago, I would have been hesitant to move them near the raised beds, but now that they've gotten a lot larger and they look a lot healthier and stronger, I feel confident that they could withstand the direct sun, the potential pests, and any weather that is thrown their way. Now that they are in full sun, I could give them a thorough inspection. As you can see, they are already beginning to ripen and they're looking pretty healthy. Let's get into maintenance. We're checking out leaves, roots, everything. My husband drilled a hole in here so that I could be able to refill the bucket or just look at the roots. He also made that gray cap that seals the top. Well, not really seals, but it covers it. And I love that because if I don't have an additional plant to add there, that gets to stay covered. The dirt you see at the bottom is there because these plants started in soil. But if we look over to our left, we'll see what it looks like when soil is completely absent from the process. Those roots look very clean. Not these. These are pretty dirty. Again, these came from a plant that was in soil. That also contributes to the algae, but it's not the end of the world. Anyway, why are we here? We are here because we want to add more nutrients to our buckets. The suggested amount to add is 1 tablespoon per gallon. I'll be adding 2 tablespoons because I want to fill the containers with an additional 2 gallons. I will concentrate the solution in this jar and then I will make up for the remaining water by simply adding more water to the buckets. This mix has an NPK ratio of 5, 15, and 14. 5 represents nitrogen, 15 represents phosphorus, and the 14 represents potassium. I chose this mix because of the high potassium and phosphorus numbers. That's going to ensure that the plant maintains its overall health, especially when it comes to root development and flower production. All right, now that those have been filled, I just wanted to take you over here to show you some squash plants that I plan on adding to the hydroponics bar. You see how I'm shaking the dirt off? Sometimes you don't get it off completely, and that's how we end up with dirt in our buckets, but that's okay. Anyway, just wanted to show that. Now I'm giving these guys a trim. Like I said earlier, we have lots of leaves and lots of suckers, and by trimming them, we can redistribute the energy to what matters most, and that is the fruit. Also, this type of maintenance helps you spot certain undesirables like caterpillar eggs, caterpillars themselves, etc. I read that you should only be pruning the lower leaves and any leaves below fruit that is beginning to mature. So the only leaves that remain on these plants are at the tippy tops. And I should note that this strategy is applied to tomato plants. I believe every plant should be treated differently, so if you're trying to do some pruning, look into what that specific plant requires. And the final point I want to share about maintenance is the importance of tying up your plants. If they grow on a vine like these tomatoes, it's important to trellis them so that they are off the ground and they can reach more sunlight. If you made it this far, thank you so much for sticking around. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment with your thoughts, and subscribe.